know why I had this idea. I used to do this all the time on TikTok where I would say what your operator main says about you. And I just thought to myself, why don't I just like do all the operators but for a longer video? So I guess that's what this is. And regardless, I'm gonna name your operator main and either roast you or compliment you. There's probably no midway. You're either a good person or a piece of garbage. Blitz players. So I guess that's today's video. I don't know. Kind of waiting for the new season to come out to actually make better content. So I'm just doing this. I'm just being honest. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I mean, like, why not? You dumbass. Like, do it right now. It's free. It helps your boy out. Regardless, let's get into this. Play along if you want, or comment down below after I make fun of you. Well, we're gonna start with attackers. First one being Striker. You have no friends. Like, genuinely have no friends. You play Striker because you solo queue a lot. Is he a great solo queue operator? Yes, but you kind of sit there and realize you have no one else to play with, and you solo queue the rank streets all by your lonesome, and you're probably gold. I don't make the rules. I don't think I've ever seen a champ solo player play Striker. It's like always gold players. You, sir, need to hit the LFG posts, cause my god. Sledge, you like Halo. That's it. I don't really have anything else to say. Thatcher, you're low-key the IGL of your team. Are you insanely talented at getting kills? Hell no. You're probably gonna go 2 and 5 at the end of the match, but you're probably gonna win because you, my friend, decided to play Thatcher. Your peak rank is probably Diamond, and if it's rank 2.0, probably Champ. You have friends, but for God's sakes, when you're left in a 1v3 situation, your boys are gonna say GG because they have no faith in you, and that's okay. You could just die and say, at least I went support. That's probably the person you are going to be. Ash, you have no fucking brain. Like, I feel like I don't need to say this. You think you're playing Call of Duty, so you pick Ash. Her gun's awesome. Her hitbox is non-existent. And chances are, you probably smell like ass because you just don't take a shower. Good thing is, you probably have a 1.3 KD or up, but your win-loss is like low-key shit. Ash mains have always been the same since 2015. It has almost been a decade and none of you guys have changed. You guys got your ACOG back and you just turned even stupider. Like, I actually don't understand it. Thermite, you're a champ player, to be honest. Either you're really good and you play the game for your team, or you're really bad and you play Thermite because you want to feel somewhat useful. Again, I feel like there's no midway with this. If I offended you, that means you're really bad. If I made you smile, you're probably the good player. You know what you are. Twitch, chances are you have a Cronus or you're Zim. I swear to God, no real controller player, unless they're using the fucking DMR, plays Twitch. The stupid F2 with the ACOG is just meant for Cronus players. 9 times out of 10, I see somebody using Twitch F2. If their controller, the kill cam is going to be ass, and they're barely going to be able to control the recoil, or 2, it's a perfect beam because they're cheating dickheads. You know what you are. Monty, you're a legit walking tampon. Glass, you want to be different so bad. Like, no one picks Glass. Every time I've seen someone pick Glass, they swear to God that they have the best play in their head, and they always die or get traded off immediately. I have never seen a Glass in 2024 actually clutch up. If I see a Glass on my team and it's a 1v2 situation, just a 1v2, I'm just gonna say GG. Like, you're not winning. He might kill the first guy and then completely whiff the second guy. And also, if you run grenades as Glass, you're a piece of trash. Fuse. I'm gonna be very biased here because I'm a big Fuse player. So personally, I love you, but also, if you main Fuse, I know for a fact you don't give a shit if your team is in the site that you're fusing or the room that you're fusing. You will always, and I mean always, let the fuse charge go off just to possibly get the satisfaction of getting a kill. Even if the kill is your teammate, it is always satisfying. I should know. I low-key do this. I am not a good teammate. Blitz. Oh my god. If you play Blitz, like, I don't, oh my, like, Monty's, like, he's annoying, but Blitz? God, you smell like piss. I don't know what else to say. If you main Blitz, oh, I don't like you. I don't think anyone likes you. I don't think you actually have, God, I'm moving on. I don't even want to talk about this. I feel gross. IQ, you horny bastard. We all know why you picked IQ. There's 2 reasons to pick IQ. 1, you want her to be wifey material because you're a freak. Vouch. Or 2, You pick IQ just for her weapon. I swear to God, no IQ actually plays IQ for her ability anymore. Every time I see this character, they might use it in the beginning of the round to ping like 1, maybe 2 Kapkan traps that everybody is going to completely forget in the matter of 10 seconds after you pinging it. But most of the people that main this character are usually horny plat players, I swear to God. Chances are you've seen a lot of fan art of IQ, and when I say fan art, I think you know exactly what art I'm referring to. Buck. You're just a champ player. I swear to God, I have never seen a bad Buck player. Like, a bad Buck main doesn't exist. I've seen silver players play Buck, and they always use Buck to his fullest potential when it comes to playing vertical play and using their actual utility. I don't know what it is with Bucks. The only difference between a champ player Buck and like a gold player Buck is that the champ player Buck has better aim. That's literally it. They all play the same. Blackbeard. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. I did a whole week's worth of playing Blackbeard, and weirdly enough, I think he's my best stats-wise character I've played this entire season while hitting top 500. But regardless, if you play Blackbeard, you just probably suck ass. Like, you really hope and pray that the shield trade-off works in your favor because you can't win gunfights. So that's why it probably works for me, because my aim is not great, so I kind of crutch the Blackbeard shield just to possibly get a trade-off for shield versus enemy life. This rework is going to terrify me. But if you main Blackbeard pre-buff or pre-rework, probably like silver. I don't think I see a Blackbeard main anything above silver. Capital. I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot this operator existed. No hate to Capital, but I'm convinced the only players that really use Capital to their full ability are just plat players. If you main Capital, you probably are plat, and you probably actually have a really good strat that works maybe 40% of the time. But for the sake of you being different, you just want to call yourself a Capital main. In reality, Capital is just a glorified smoke operator. As soon as I scroll off of Capital, I'm going to completely forget about his existence. Yep, I forgot what he was. Habana. I'm convinced Habana players always wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning on the dot. Just like the most prepared person. Only the most prepared people that actually have like a structured life main Habana. Only goats main Habana. I can't main Habana because I am not classified as a goat. Just like Buck, I feel like if you main Habana, I actually think you're just a really good player. I have yet to see a really bad Habana player. No one ever complains about a Habana main. If I see a Habana go on my team, I'm not going to be mad about it. It's a Habana. We might not need Habana, but I'm going to trust your mentality. Jackal. If you main Jackal, you low-key have a feet fetish. Like, I don't know what else to say about you. Probably low-key get bricked every time you see a footprint on the ground. That was really excessive. I'm sorry, but you probably do. I'm also convinced that every Jackal main believes they're actually like good at the game, when in reality, you're just crutching a fucking ability to get kills. I've never really seen a good Jackal main. I've just seen a really good crutch player. Ying, you're just a piece of trash. You suck. I hate you. You actually cannot aim in this game. If you main Ying, you have probably the most abysmal aim, and that's why you crutch your Candelas. Zofia. I swear to God, anyone that mains Zofia now is just trying to be different. This character is ass. Both her LMGE and her M762 have the most abysmal fucking just abysmal recoil. I mean, look at the recoil pattern on both of them. This is the AR, and then this is the LMG. Like, oh my God, they're so bad. The only reason why you pick this character is because you were convinced that you could control the recoil, when in reality, you do very decent, and you just pretty much hurt yourself by playing this operator. Dokkaebi. The only time a Dokkaebi main has ever seen grass is when it's a block in Minecraft. I swear to God, Dokkaebi players never go outside. It's always just like the biggest nerd, the biggest stomping wannabe when they try to use the SMG-12, and in reality, they're not him and they can't even control it. And most of the Dokkaebi mains that I've ran into and played with actually cry, like genuinely get pissed and frustrated when they lose a round, let alone a game. If they lose a game, holy shit, protect the neighborhood because the neighborhood is not safe. Lion, you're I swear to God, like, it's just Copper players. Every time I've done an undercover video or anything in Copper League, I always see Lion, and they're just convinced that this operator is S tier. Is Lion bad? No, he's very good in certain situations. Obviously, he's a very playmaky operator. Very, very rare do you actually need to bring a Lion. But most of the time I see a fucking Lion main, they're just terrible. I don't know what it is. Even a champ Lion player are arguably terrible. Like, they don't actually use Lion to its full, like, ability. Finka. I'm kind of convinced that most Finka mains just only pick Finka just to heal themselves. I don't think Finka players actually pick with the intention of healing their teammates. When I play Finka and I see a teammate like lose no bullshit, like 10 HP, I'm instantly healing. I don't care. That's how I pay attention to it. I'm like a Doc player like that. Every time I solo queue and there's a Finka player, I have to knife this bitch 4 times just to heal me. If you're a Finka main that actually cares about your team, W, but most of you aren't, so I don't need to be saying anymore. Maverick. There are 2 types of Maverick mains in this world. First one, the absolute sweat champ Maverick main that's gonna make some weird plays and piss a lot of people off. And 2, Maverick main that likes to draw genitalia on the wall. Doesn't matter what genitalia, it's gonna be a genitalia. Bobs and vagine, as Skittles would say. I'm allowed to say that, by the way. Nomad. If you're a Nomad main, everybody wants you on their team. You don't have to get kills to be considered a good Nomad player. You just have to cut off rotations. And most Nomad players are actually decent, so regardless, they're gonna do this. Gridlock. Gridlock mains low-key just want to be Nomad. I feel like that's it. I love Gridlock. I am Gridlock. But if I'm being honest, Gridlock is very situational, and if you main her, I feel like you're just handicapping your team because you should low-key be on Nomad. But also, I feel like a lot of Gridlock mains low-key have big-ass brains. So chances are, if you main Gridlock, you're at least an Emerald player. Nook. You're what I consider to be probably one of the most useless players on the team. A Nook player will die 2 of the 3 attack rounds doing nothing except trying to sneak into sight, and the 3rd time they actually get it off, they might make the play, but I swear to God, it's just really rare to see a good Nook player pull off any shit with this character now. It's kind of like Glaz, you just want to be different. Nook really isn't as good as she used to be. Amaru. Yeah, you're just an idiot. If you main Amaru, you're just an idiot. I'm convinced that every Amaru player doesn't actually want to win the game. Now, there are some sweats that I see play Amaru that actually have somebody sit on their drone and they make a crazy play, but it's like super high risk, high reward, because most Amaru players, for some reason, have the idea to pick the goddamn diffuser up and just fly into the window like fucking Spider-Man and die to a roaming Vigil or a Caveira. Cali. Again, there are 2 types of Cali players. Cali player which thinks they are Chris Kyle, or 2, you're the Cali player to destroy your Thermite or Ace charges because you have no idea how to play Cali. The amount of people I've seen play this goddamn operator and shoot their ability while there's a Thermite or an Ace charge on the wall and destroy it is insane. It happens too much. Do people not understand it breaks Ace and Thermite charges? Like, I don't get it. Also, why are you maining Cali? Her weapon's terrible. It doesn't even one-shot. Iana. Very similar to what I said about IQ. If you main Iana, we know what your intention is. You bought Iana to buy the 2B outfit and to go in clone mode and be a complete pervert. I didn't make the rules. That's literally everybody. So, Ace. Yeah, you're just a champ level player. A good ace main is always needed. There's only one thing I hate about ace mains, and that being sometimes they don't make walkable breaches or crouchable breaches. They make vaultable breaches. The only thing that I hate about ace mains is when they don't make it walkable. Zero. Your peak is gold 2 with a 0.8 KD. I love Zero. He's a great character. Very situational, high elo. You really never see him played. The only time I ever see Zero players, I swear to God, is solo queuing, and I'm amongst like gold players, maybe plats. Flores. I'm gonna call out the 2 types of Flores players. There's one, the pro who actually uses Flores to his maximum ability and gets an insane amount of util, being deployable shields and all that shit. And then there's the other Flores main that I will genuinely always witness more than the good one, and that's the Flores main who will, after getting 1 Flores drone shot, will proceed to then use the rest of his Flores drones on the same entry point and lose every fucking drone. It doesn't make sense to me. How and why are you picking Flores and you're choosing to just not go through a different entry point? You have the mental to be a good flex player, but the other mental is just complete dum-dum. Osa. I hate Osa mains. I don't know what it is about Osa mains, but you guys are just boring as hell. Most Osa players are like actually decent at the game. If you main Osa, I will say this, you're decent. Sense, you just suck. I'm not saying anything else. Grim. Yeah, you have the IQ of Macy J. You just are a complete playmaker. I don't know what it is about Grim mains, but y'all just know how to make team plays and just win rounds. It's insane. Brava. Okay, I love all my Brava players, but for God's sakes, Do you know how many times I've solo queued and seen a Brava player when we're all dead, still outside trying to hack fucking cameras? Like, who are you hacking it for? We're all dead. Ram. This is just like the strategic Ashe if you really want to be smart ass about it. I swear a lot of meatheads play Ram. A lot of people who just want to use the R4C and just tear shit up. Like that's literally what a Ram player is. Most Ram players are playmakers, and I'll give it to you because I don't think, again, I've really seen a bad Ram player. I've seen brain dead Ram players, but not bad Ram players. Deimos. Yeah, you were the silent kid at school. Nobody ever talked to you. You're just weird as hell. I get it. Deimos is a great operator in a certain sense, but you're such a selfish jerk if you play this character. All right, moving on to defenders. Sentry. Now, unlike Striker, I think you're a goddamn sweat if you play Sentry. The fact that you could bring a C4 and a shield, or pretty much whatever ability / gadget you want to bring, is gotta be the nerdiest thing I've ever seen. I swear to God, I've only seen nothing but like complete sweat lords play this character. Doesn't have to be a good or a bad player, you're just a sweat. Only goddamn sweats play this character. Smoke. Yeah, you're a shotgun crutch. You can argue that Smoke obviously has the SMG-11, but for some reason, a lot of Smoke players that I see just tend to literally crutch and play like a bitch with the shotgun. And I'm one of them, so I could vouch for this. This shotgun is insane. Why wouldn't you abuse it? Plus a smoke grenade so you can make people have to push you, or you could force a smoke grenade to push somebody else. It's low-key genius. Mute. I feel like if you main Mute, you're low-key just like the most well-rounded player I've ever seen in my life. Again, it's one of those things where I say a gold player versus a champ player Mute, the only difference is aim, is genuinely true. Mute is the backbone of every defense. If you don't have him Mute, I don't know what you're doing. I love my Mute mains. Castle. I'm not gonna lie, every time I see Castle, I think of Frankie Strings and he wears his Castle helmet and his sunglasses, and it just brings me so much joy. But if you main Castle, chances are you're either a copper who has no idea what he's doing, or you're a diamond and you know exactly what you're doing and you're just doing the most default sweaty strats. There's no in between. I've never seen a mid-castle player. Pulse. You just like Jinxie. I feel like that's it. Like, I respect it. I love Jinxie. I'm wearing the Jinxie fit right now. But I swear to God, the amount of times I've solo queued and I've been in game chat, and it's a big reason why I don't like game chat, and a dumbass has walked up going, cardiac sensor deployed. It just pisses me off, okay? I get it. It's funny for a while, but it's just too much. You're just weird, Doc. You're just a piece of shit. I'm gonna be honest. Most Doc mains never reinforce or set up sight or even place their barbed wire down. All you guys want to do is spawn peek and for some reason roam as the heaviest defense operator besides Clash. Like, what are you... Like, it's just nothing but sweats. It's just nerds and just a bunch of ACOG crutching bitches, bro. It's annoying. All the 1.5 crutchers literally went to Doc or Rook. Speaking of Rook, you're just trash if you main Rook. Straight up, there's no reason to bring Rook. Kapkan. I'm not gonna lie, this might be motivated, but I swear to God I have seen every female player at one point main Kapkan, or they still main Kapkan. I don't know what it is. E-girls, as people say, main Kapkan. And you cannot argue with me. I swear to God, every one of them, and it's okay, main Kapkan. I don't get it. Either you're an unk who just stinks at the game and you play Kapkan, or you're an e-girl who just low-key loves to play Kapkan because it's free kills. There's no in-between. Tachanka. Yeah, you're just a goddamn memer. You don't even, like, care about the game. You just want to have fun. Most people have this exact outfit I have on now. The unicorn headgear with the Tachanka elite. This is the most drip you could possibly obtain in this game, and I respect it. Jager. You're just terrifying. I don't think I've ever seen a Jager player that doesn't have, like, aura. Jager mains just swing and, I swear to God, win most of their gunfights. Bandit. Yeah, you're just boring. I swear to God, every Bandit player is just a boring person. Every Bandit main I have ran into, just his favorite color is beige. Like, you're just boring. You just sit there on a wall waiting for a goddamn hard breacher, and you get the most hard-on erection every time you get that hard breach operator's gadget. Frost. Again, I swear to God, most of the time when I see a Frost main, it's usually because they're new to the game. And a lot of times I've seen a lot of Frost mains run the shotgun, which I guess used to be great, but I don't know why you use it now. I just think of noobs. I literally just think of like straight up noob players every time I see a Frost main. Valkyrie. You care more about elo than life itself. You will die for elo. If you and your team lose a match, you're blocking your team and never playing with them again because they costed you elo, and that's literally the only thing you strive for in life. Nothing but nerds play this character. I'm not mad about it. A lot of those smart players are just people who just don't get off the game and will pick elo over friendship. It is diabolical and it needs to stop. Caveira, you're a bronze. You stink. I don't know what you think you are. Cav mains most of the time are just useless. Just a useless roamer. Echo. I call Echo mains a snitch. When I main Echo for like 4 to 5 days, almost a week, there was one thing I noticed, and that's one, I never really got into gunfights, and two, I always snitched on the enemy team. Echo mains are I ain't gonna lie, we're just a bunch of bitches. Like, when I played this character, I felt like such a jerk. People came into my chat actually complaining about how I was as a player after the game. That's how much people hate Echo mains. Mira. Mira mains have the heart of a lion, but the brain of a pigeon. The amount of Miras that I have seen team kill somebody because they're playing their own Mira shield is insane, but also the amount of Mira mains that I have seen shut down an entire enemy team because of one wall is also insane. All Mira mains are crazy. Team killing somebody just to play a certain spot is diabolical energy. Lesion. Oh, hold on, this Lesion drips ass. There we go. Chances are, if you main Lesion, you're probably one of the most high KD players I've ever witnessed in my life. I don't think I've ever seen a bad Lesion player. Chances are, if you main Lesion, you're amongst plat to champion. And if you're a Lesion main that uses the shotgun, you're definitely diamonding up. Ella. If you main Ella in 2024, there are two things that come to my mind. One, you're Zim, or two, you're one of those people who think they can actually use the Scorpion. I'm gonna use my boy Schlapp as an example. Schlapp is a person that genuinely believes he is good with the Scorpion. He is not. He really isn't. Vigil. If you main Vigil, the chances are you literally have a poop streak in your underwear right now. And chances are you've been wearing that same underwear for the past 3 days. You Boss G crutching ass bitch. When I think of peak male performance, I think of the complete opposite of a Vigil main. I just think people who main Vigil look like me. Like, just a bunch of Mountain Dew drinking big backs. Like, oh my god. Like, I don't know what it is. Maestro. If you main Maestro, chances are you're in silver. There is no reason to bring Maestro in anything above Emerald, even plat lobbies. It's that bot mentality. You bring Maestro because you think he's cool. You don't bring Maestro because he's practical. But also, you probably just like to play the game for fun, so I appreciate you. Alibi. You're probably the person that just genuinely throws your teammates games because you're trying to pretend to be a decoy. When in reality, you clearly have a weapon skin and a bunch of attachments on your gun, and your cosmetic doesn't even match the Prisma, so you just get killed. In other words, you're a fucking idiot. Clash. You thrive for everybody to hate you. You don't want to make any friendships while playing a game. You just want to make nothing but pure enemies. I don't even think I've ever had a teammate that's main Clash. I've had many teammates that have main Clash while solo queuing, and I want you to know, even on my team, I hate you. You suck. Cade. Oh my god, what is this outfit? Cade mains are the genuine geniuses of defense. They're gonna go get hatches, and they're gonna go throw their Cade claw. Only the elite Cade mains actually try to Cade trick. And if you're one of them, you're a goddamn golden goose, because it never really happens. Mozzie. You probably built like Garfield, just short. I swear to god, only short people play Mozzie. God, have you guys ever seen how short Garfield's dock is? Oh my god, he's so short. I literally picked him up. Like, that's how short Garfield is. Mozzie mains have never seen the roof of their car. They've never bumped their head on a door frame, and they have never seen what the top shelf actually looks like. Warden. You literally inject G Fuel into your veins and have at least 3 hours of sleep every morning because you're up until 10 a.m. and you wake up at 1 p.m. You thought Vigil mains were bad? Warden mains are the people who just want to be comp or are comp. I swear to god, Warden mains are the most terrifying thing in this world. Goyo. Probably one of the most laid-back Siege players known to man. You don't really care how many kills you get a game, and you don't even care if you win or lose. You're just here to just play the game, enjoy it, and just chill. Wamai mains sip tea while playing Siege. Just like the Goyo main, they're chill as fuck, but unlike the Goyo main, they're probably gonna slam the hell out of you. The amount of times I have spectated a Wamai player and this guy has just gotten the craziest 3K I've ever seen in my life with just one magazine is just unreal. I don't know what it is. Well, my players have got to be the most clutch player known to man. Oryx, you're just a brick. Like, you're actually just a brick. No one really smart plays this operator. It's just, you're just an idiot. I swear to God, I don't think I've ever seen a smart play by an Oryx. Melusi, you hate the word fun. Fun is genuinely not in your dictionary. Every Melusi main that I have encountered only plays this character for the intention just to piss off the attackers. Not to actually win rounds. As long as she annoys the hell out of you, in her eyes, she has won. What is fun about her? You have an MP5 with a one-time scope, a really bad secondary shotgun that's only meant for rotates, and an ability that's pretty much just glorified barbed wire. I don't even know why you're playing this game. Stop it. Aruni. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just convinced that a lot of people that main Aruni just have Cronuses. It's just because it's a DMR. Or strike packs. I don't see anything else. Most of the time when I see anybody with a Rooney, I just think, my God, he's gonna treat this like an assault rifle and 2-tap me in the leg and probably end the game with a 10.0 KD because you low-key just can't stop him. They've been at least top 50 champion in the world at one point. Also, every Rooney main tends to be the most well-rounded player on the game, I guess. Thunderbird. Yeah, you just want to be different. Nobody asked you to play Thunderbird. Nobody wanted you to play Thunderbird. You pick Thunderbird because you think she's, for some reason, better than Doc. And that's what I like to call the delusional realm. Thorn. Out of every trap operator you could have picked on defense, you picked the easiest trap operator to counter. All you have to do when playing against a Thorn main is look at the gadget and shoot it. That's it. Thorn is probably one of the biggest gold player mained operators in the game, and I don't get it. Azami. Yeah, your KD is like 3. You have a 3.0 KD and a 10.1 win-loss. I don't know what it is about Azami mains, but for some reason, they are the most locked individual you ever run into. They never have a bad game, and if they do, their bad game is just them breaking even. That's an Azami main's bad game. An Azami main has the ability to ruin the opposing team's mental state. Solus, you just don't reinforce any walls in sight. You are not a team player. You pick Solus just because you want to be a selfish, KD hungry bitch. That's it. Fenrir, you hate yourself and you're probably a furry. Part of me respects it, and then part of me also questions it. Tubarao. Yeah, you're just annoying as hell. Like, that's literally it. You just annoy people. Even if you're my teammate playing Tubarao, I get annoyed by watching you just stall the wall. If you main Tubarao, chances are you were the kid in school that just smelt really weird. Not bad, but just weird. Scopos. Man, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what to say about Scopos because Scopos is a new character, but the only thing that I can construct is that you're a goddamn idiot. The amount of people that I have seen play Scopos wrong is insane. You're supposed to roam as Scopos and then keep a drone in sight. And the amount of people I've seen do the exact opposite and just get killed by a claymore is funny, but also embarrassing. And that concludes today's video of what your operator main says about you. Not gonna lie, I just went off the top of my head on this one. Didn't write anything down. I meant everything I said. This is just how I feel. And even though I made this video, if you main any character, you're just a freak. You should not main any operator. You have to be versatile while playing Siege. But comment down below what your main is, and let me know if you agree with what I said, or if you hate me for what I said. Regardless, like the video, 1,400 like. Obviously there's no reason to do a part 2. I guess until they start making new operators. Then again, that's not gonna happen for a long time. It is time to now cue the outro music.